here with the one and only Rich Piana.
And I'm here with the one and only Dave Palumbo.
Rich, I caught you on the last day, so I'm assuming you're probably almost like psychotically out of your mind.
You know what? I'm not. I enjoy this so much. It's so much fun. I love this shit. I'm telling you, man.
I don't know how you do it. You still have the most packed booth, even out of the United States.
Yeah, this is the biggest expo, the best expo. I love this expo. You know, it's an awesome place to be. I'm 100% until I go home. When I get home,
Crash.
I'm done.
Now, I remember the last time I saw you here, I think it was 2 years ago, you had the patella tendon rupture.
Right, yeah, I think that was my first time here, and I had surgery, I think the day before or 2 days before I came.
I don't know how you got on the plane and did that.
And the doctor said, you can't go, you know, you're risking blood clots, you could lose your leg. And I simply said, you know, I'm gonna ask you a favor, I'm gonna go, and can you please just help me do it the best way possible?
Right, and you made it, luckily.
Yeah, right, everything turned out good.
Now let's talk about this new, I know you don't have it here because you have to ship things months in advance, but the new clothing line.
Right.
Love and Kill at 5%, that wasn't enough. You got a new one, tell us about it.
Well, here's the thing a lot of people don't know is, I did this same clothing line around 1993.
Really, I didn't know that.
And I advertised it on like the chat rooms, like remember
The old forums, the chat
Mayhem?
room. Yes, Muscle
Mayhem.
Chad Nichols.
I put it on there, and I sold a lot of stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I wasn't that motivated and, you know, really putting a lot of effort towards it. So it didn't turn out to be something big. But for how much I advertised it and what I sold, it was, you know, truly a good product. People loved it. So I figured, you know, why not bring it back?
So give me, what are some of the designs? It's 197. What does that stand for?
Well, 197 is justified homicide.
Okay.
So 187 is the California, you know, code.
It's like a gangsterish thing.
Well, 187 is murder. 197 is justified homicide, justified murder. And what it is, you know, it's your life is in danger, and you know, it's either you or him. You know, it's better, you know, to take care of him and then risk going to jail rather than, you know, dying, right? And basically the clothing line is just alter ego kind of shit. And, you know, back then, you know, I was riding, you know, like every day.
Yeah, I know you were into the bikes and everything.
Yeah, and I was, you know, I was doing MMA, and I kind of was out of bodybuilding. So it was more clothes geared towards that. And I thought I would bring it back, but it's gonna be, it's me, but I'm gonna be slowly putting it on like an uncensored version of 5%.
Oh,
so
really?
It's gonna be separated from my normal stuff.
What's the
and I'm
saying
gonna have
on the
a lot of other products that are, you know, not bodybuilding related, not really related to 5%, but you know, it's still my stuff.
So you're trying to reach out to a broader audience.
Yeah, you know, and it's something I enjoyed, you know, those t-shirts and making those shirts, and I figured, what the hell, you know, I sat and spent a lot of time designing the fonts and stuff, so why not put it to use?
Now what do you got on the back? She was telling me the saying, but I didn't remember it.
You know, there's tapping out is not an option, and that's just, you know, positive motivation that the individual's never going to give up. You know, it's people, you know, people are very closed-minded. They don't really look outside the box, and they don't realize, they think that shirt's about fighting. And it's really not. It's really just positive, motivational, you know, tapping out is not an option. So it's basically, you're never gonna give up. You know, it's kind of like your business, you've been doing your business for years, and you just keep going, and you keep getting better every year.
I got the wristband, you cannot fail.
Right, there you go. And whatever, I'm sure you've had times where things have gotten really bad, and you're like, fuck, I don't know if I wanna continue this, but you did. You work your way through it, and you're still going.
I know one of the shirts is a little controversial because you got a saying on the back that has something to do with the Hell's Angels saying.
Yeah, it's 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead.
And what's that about?
You know, it's basically, the front of it says loyalty.
Right.
And it's really, you really can't trust people, you know, nowadays. And if I, you know, came to you as a friend and I said, hey, you know, can you help me out? I want to, you know, I need someone to talk to. And maybe I told you some really, really private information, you know, more than likely that person, and you say, please keep this between us. More than likely that person is not going to keep it between you and him, and they're going to go tell everyone your personal shit, you know. And, you know, I'm also a little guilty of that myself, you know. someone will call me and say, hey, Rich, you know, don't tell anyone, but this and this and this, you know? And, you know, you hang up the phone and you're like, Chanel, you're not going to fucking believe this. So-and-so, right? And, you know, that's kind of a dick move. But I think by nature we all kind of have, you know, so it's just kind of putting that out there, you know, to try to be more loyal. And again, the shirts are really extreme. You know, 3 could give a secret if 2 are dead. Well, obviously, that scenario, no one's going to be, you know.
No one's telling anything. All right, I see you have the usual contingency of freaks at the booth here.
Yeah.
Where'd you get Tattoo Face Boy?
He's been with us for a long time, state of mind. You know, Jens, he's been with us for, what, 3 years?
Yeah, the booths, yeah, the expos, yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
no, with the 5%. We've been like 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. So he's been a very, you know, loyal athlete. You know, he does a lot for us, you know, and, you know, he definitely is a very unique character.
Would you go as extreme with the face as he did?
No.
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 Yeah, too. Yeah, I'll get it too.
Yeah. All right.
I got it.
He has stories behind those tattoos. That's
a lot of stories.
Yeah, it wasn't just, you know, him deciding to get tattoos on his face.
All right, take us out into the camera. I want a usual most muscular pose.
Okay, Jens is the monster. He's the freak.
No, you guys, people want to see you too, Rich. Both of you into the camera here. We're at the 5% Nutrition booth.
Ready?
Split we flying, disciple decided, let's get 2 cycles together, start a virtual riot. I'm talking Ferguson, burning buildings like fuck peace and quiet, sparking the minds of a generation. Give me the fuse and I'll light it.